Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be doing some Triglavian hunting. We're going to be doing Triglavian hunting in a special system. This is a system called Turianus. And the reason it's very special is because it is a very small system. And this means that when you're doing Triglavian hunting, you're warping around doing D-scan to be able to scan all the planetary bodies, trying to find the Triglavians, see where we can find them, where they're hiding, or we can snipe their faces. We can find them very easily in the system compared to other systems, and the reason is because it's such a small system. Because it's so small that all the planets, they're within just a few AU from each other. So with a single scan, just like 14.3 AU, you're usually able to cover every planetary body in the entire system. This means it's very easy to farm Triglavians there because you have got a really good ability to scan them down. So it is a very optimal system. If you find Triglavians there, you know it's okay. It's a very good place to do it in. My wife agrees. She's sitting looking here at me, agreeing that it is a very good place to hunt Triglavians, and nodding her head, smiling at me. Okay, so we'll continue here. A few jumps away from Jita. It's also good there's a few jumps away from Jita because it's not going to be too populated with tons of people here potentially stealing your loot or potentially ganking you. We're going to be using the sniper Kronos right here. We've previously been using it, and I really fell in love with this ship again because it's got a lot faster firing rate compared to the Paladin. So taking out the small stuff that you already one-shot is so much quicker, the small Damaviks. And funny enough, I actually was in Turianus just a few minutes ago, scanning down the wormhole, preparing myself, and I actually found a few people who are running the Naga fits that I've previously done in the same system. They had watched the video I made and they had actually been using the same fit that I recommended, so that was really cool to see. A guy called Suicidal Joringa, he and his friends were using them. It was really cool. Perhaps we'll see them here when we're going to Turianus. We'll see if they're still there. Actually, probability that they are still there because people usually do Triglavian hunting for a little bit of an extended period of time. Alright, here we are. Let's get to work. When I was here before as well, I did not see any fleet near the Triglavian wormhole, so that'll mean we can get to those planetary bodies straight away. We do not have to we don't have to do those initial fleets to get the good spawns to spawn. This means we'll jump straight into it. You can see here tons of Rasnamborgs without non-Rasnamborg ships. So it'll go very smoothly, hopefully. So we'll go here with the small angle. Actually, no, not the small angle. This is the small angle. And we'll look where the Triglavians are. See now. And there's only a few planets as well, so you're usually able to find a lot of them. We'll just check if there's any people here, because if there are a lot of people here, it might be... Yeah, there's a Naga here. What about here? There's another Naga here. Venture. If there are any Triglavians over here, there's nothing over here. What about in the sun? There's a bunch in the sun. There's no one in the sun. Okay, we'll go to the sun. Warp within 100. Get the MTU ready. Wait, actually, just 1 second. We could have a wrong fit. Yep, we do not have the right fit. So it's always good to equip your damage modules when you're going into a fight. We do not want to have these expanded cargo holes over here. I see that there are other Nagas that are here. We could perhaps cooperate with them, but I don't want to mess up their like kiting technique. It could be I warp in and they've drawn out all the NPCs to a certain location, or it could be that I draw them out to a certain location and it causes them to die. It could be vice versa. So I just don't want to interfere with other kinds of sniping fleets. It can be deadly if you interfere too much. You see this guy here? He was here. They're probably using Nagas for sniping. Okay, I'll grab the modules here. And do we not have any more magnetic field stabilizers? What? I've only got... I surely should have another one somewhere. Come on. Magnetic field stabilizer. Okay, here's one jump away. We'll go here. Quickly with our Dremel to grab that. That's a bit unfortunate because it will significantly reduce the time it takes to complete these. Go to JRS real quick. Must have, when I was changing fits, I must have accidentally grabbed the magnetic field stabilizers, too many of them. Okay, let's see what they're doing. So look, you see here they're sniping. That's really cool. Very, very cool to see. The master, the legend, not at all. I fail all the time. Okay, let's see now. Where is that Stock up here. Grab this module. And then move back. That's why it's great to have a really fast warping ship in your frigate escape bay, because if you ever need to do small errands like this, it goes really smoothly. Let's stock up with the restock and get to work. If I'm already sniping, then I guess they could warp to me, and then they'll be in safety. I'm thinking more the other way around. If they've warped into a really weird location, then they'll just be on zero for me. That can be a very deadly situation. It's very cool to see other Triglavian hunters over here, because usually it's only me. It can be quite boring. I really hope that the same situation doesn't occur to me that happened before with my paladin that I lost because someone had drawn them out too far. Fit this module. There we go. Let's go. Make sure everything's fitted. Everything's fitted. Time to go. The sun seemed to have something. Nothing there. Triglavians? Yeah, there are Triglavians there though. Okay, warp within 100. Warp out. Okay, I really hope they're not in a weird location. Because we've had a lot of people sniping over here. It could be that they've drawn them out really far. Can activate the scripts. We can just snipe the initial damage that comes. Okay, we'll then submit here. Get that warp out bookmark over there. Align out and deploy the MTU. And we can just go for one of these downlinks. Go for the MJD. Warp out is quite far away, 16,000 kilometers. I don't know if it'll be close enough to be able to see it. Okay. Now probably we'd want to go for Thorium, because I packed some Thorium. We needed some Thorium before. That was a very good ammunition to have because of its range. I don't think it'll give us problems with... Okay, it's still not that great range, but 190 kilometer fall off is alright. It's a lot better than Uranium though. We can hit out really far like these guys over here. Guys seem to be asleep. It's not nice when they're asleep. They shouldn't be asleep. There's no action if they're asleep. So we've got initial fleets, it seems like here. There don't seem to be proper fleets. Okay, now we've got some respawns, I think. Yeah, so we've got some respawns. Now they seems to be getting a bit closer. Okay, now we're getting some significant reinforcements over here. Yeah, now we're talking business. Well, there's already a damaged Triglavian over here. Seems like maybe someone was here before, but didn't manage to complete the job. Snap this dam over here. Popped. Snap this one. Or popped. And then go for this one. Easy. Easy. It's easy until it goes completely south. It's really an all or nothing thing here. Either you're doing really well, it's going so smoothly. On the other hand, if it's not going good, it really isn't going good. They're just going to get absolutely shattered. Seem to be pretty far away, these guys. I feel like I want to be a bit closer. But it's good to keep a slight distance just in case stuff gets overwhelming. Are there any Nagas nearby? No Nagas nearby. They must have left the system. Yeah, they've left the system. Because there are a lot of them here before. It was just around the time that I entered the system. We're not going to be competing over stuff. Not that I really care if we're competing over stuff. I would probably just do it anyway just to give them all the loot. But I can imagine that if there's too much stuff going on, we'll obviously not get anything. Can be a bit unfortunate. But I also like the challenge of just doing it all by yourself as well. So now they're in Uranium range. Doing quite a bit more damage now. I wonder if we'll get any reinforcements. Quite a few on the scan. So maybe. That was a pretty easy wave. We only got like one reinforcement wave and then there was nothing more. See if we can find some big ones. somewhere. Some over here in Turianus II. Let's check this planet. If we can unbastion first. Get the inventory out just so I don't forget to deploy my tracked unit. Any second now, and deploy. And now we're MJD. With the MTU deployed, of course, we can't forget that. Let's lock up all these guys. All these guys, there's a lot of them here. It's gonna go very quick. They're all spread out all over the place. I'm guessing there were some Nagas here before that spread them out. Look at that, they're already on the MTU right now. It's good to use the Antimatter at this kind of range, I think. When these small stuff get really close, they just get sniped straight away. There's a cormorant over here. Oh, need to be careful. You're not going to get stuff stolen. Oh, never mind. There's a station nearby. That's probably what these guys are doing. I think that station down there might be the restock station, actually. Is it? No, it's not. There's no indicator over there. But it could have been. All these stations and planets are really close together in the system. It's a very cluttered system. They utilize their space very efficiently here. Oof, getting some reinforcements now. Let's go for uranium because these guys are a bit too far away for antimatter. There's a lot of Leshaks I'm seeing here. This is really a good indicator of how much loot we're going to get because they tend to give a lot of salvage. And the Triglavian survey data is very high from the bigger ships. That's good to see. Could also mean that we get, instead of multiple Leshaks, we could just get a big spam of Diamondbacks. That's also pretty fun because we just pop, 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 pop. They have hardly any HP. There's a magnet over there. I wonder what he's doing. Hope he's not going to steal a bunch of stuff. I think there's a high risk of that occurring. But he might also, there's a possibility he might get destroyed. We can check here. Is there a way to see his standings? No, you can't see his standings towards Triglavians, because if we see him having good standings towards Triglavians, there is a high risk of him being someone who would steal our stuff, because what people tend to do is they tend to get good standings with Triglavians so they can steal in peace without getting attacked by them. There's the magnet. He's warping around a little bit. Seems to be containers being dropped all over the place. There seem to be advertisements for different corporations. We're getting big waves right now. Let's take out these guys getting close. There's some people who are getting real close. Yeah, take them out. Oof. You don't want to let them get close. Rasdenborg starving. Yeah, they suddenly got a lot closer because there was a bunch of Damavix. Rasdenborg blinding. Okay, come on now. I think this might be the last wave. We'll see. 2k volley. Oof. No, that's not the last wave. More to come. Switch over the ammunition type now to Thorium because they all destroy so much of the guys who are really close. There's only the people at long range. We'll use Thorium for the time being. Thorium. Hit away like Thor. The Thorium is a type of element, I believe. Oh, they just keep on coming, these guys. Never-ending waves. I want to take out all these small guys just so that they don't get close. Oh. One of our MTUs has been destroyed. No. Someone in a Kronos has destroyed our MTU. That is very unfortunate right there. I think that was a previous wave we did. That's why I mentioned before that if you leave out these MTUs, this is the stuff that can happen. And they get destroyed. That was unfortunate. We lost a bunch of loot right there. He's probably now taken all my loot as well. Someone in a Kronos, I'm pretty surprised someone in a Kronos would do that kind of stuff. Usually it's like people in Tech 3 crews who are very cloaky, easily able to get away, but someone had a lot of bravery to do that kind of stuff in a Kronos go wanted. Oh, there's that Kronos over there. Ah. He's probably just gonna take all the loot right here. Can't really do much about it, because if we go in there, it's gonna be a death trap. We're gonna get absolutely shattered. And we can't attack him because he's just gonna wreck us. That's a bit unfortunate right there. That's also a bit of a downside to the system, even though it's a bit further away from Jita. It's like it's a very good system, very profitable system to do. There are going to be a lot of people doing it, like we saw. There's a lot of people going around doing this kind of stuff. Yep, look, he destroyed our MTU over there. And he's probably salvaging all our stuff too. Wouldn't surprise me. Yep. And there goes all our loot, but he didn't take out all our salvage though. So it could be an idea that we go back to the previous mobile tractor unit location and salvage stuff, but he might have just done that, to be honest. We can check that out. But it feels like there's not much point doing it right now, and he's going to be popping all our wrecks all over the place. This is a really upside towards using something like a golem, because then if you're brawling, then you sort of have more control. If your MTU is taking any damage, you just recall it straight away. You have no real problems in that regard of people stealing the MTU. You can still have people steal your salvage, but since you're going to be salvaging at the same time of yourself doing the site, it's not going to be as big of an issue. Okay, so we have got a lot of wrecks here though, so we can grab these. See if we can, if there's anything significant in the loot here. Okay, and not much left. Well, let's get to salvaging before someone takes them. Make of what we can take right here. It's unfortunate, but when people can do something, they can't be stopped. There's not going to really be much preventing them from doing it. Just the nature of EVE Online. It makes it quite interesting though. That in our situation, we are not really fitted to be able to fight back. Or at least to prevent these kind of things from happening, especially when we've got a really powerful blaster marauder on the grid, who probably really knows what he's doing if he dares to risk Kronos like that. Probably a super PvP fit one. Okay, so we got 20 million from that one site right there. There we go, a couple of wrecks left. You can mark this guy as red because it's good to watch out for these kind of people who are going to be hunting for MTUs. They can really make the whole process go a lot less smooth. Trig hunting MTU killer, so we'll remember him. But we got some pretty good loot considering we only had just a few NPCs right here, and I think it's got to do with that we encountered a lot of Leshaks. Probably did in the other place too. We'll check here in this warp out too. See if we can, if the Triglavians have maybe run away from that planet. If they have, we could jump into where the MTU was once upon a time. Maybe we can grab what remains. Otherwise, I don't think there's much point continuing right now in the system, because it seems like when there's people going around popping MTUs, there's not much we can do, at least in terms of sniper style gameplay. Okay, all of them here seem to be here. Well, they're pretty close to the warp out, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think there's much point continuing right here, because obviously I could continue. I could try to grab the loot from here, but it's just, if I continue here, someone's just going to pop the MTU, and then it's all going to really be for nothing. It's going to make the whole process go extremely staggered and not really go smoothly. We'd probably, if they're moving, we could dock up at the restock station. You can sometimes persist, or you can sometimes take a little break until activity dies down. I think we will wait until activity dies down. I think that's the strategy we'll do right here. But fun nonetheless. It went very smoothly with the Kronos absolutely annihilating the Triglavians, and we also got to see other potential Trig hunters that were here. We saw a few Nagas. Didn't see so many though when we actually started doing them, but it's fun to see a bit more newbie style players doing this, not just fully veterans all the time. Unfortunately, we have some Triglavian MTU hunters. Make the whole process very unsmooth for the sniper style ships, but if we're using for something like a golem next time, it could go a lot better. Well, we would just have access to the MTU straight away, just grab it if it ever starts taking damage. So that's enough for now. I had a bit of an unfortunate end right here, but it's just the way it is. It's just the nature of EVE Online. It's a cutthroat galaxy where everyone out there is against you, or a lot of people are against you, so you can't expect everyone to just let you do stuff in peace. But anyway, it was fun nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.